Hey everybody, this is B from Kongs R Us, and welcome to the Next Level. This is my weekly podcast show where I bring you next level things, guests, projects, community members. And today's Next Level show is dedicated to an amazing event that's happening this Saturday, July 9th. And we've been collaborating with Arcade1Up and several content creators to bring you not only just a flash sale event, a community event, a charity event, something that can bring this YouTube retro community together. And I couldn't think of anything better than doing it with some of my friends in the YouTube space. And so I think it's really fun the way we've transformed this event to cover and check so many boxes on something that I've been wanting to do, which is bring you something special. And I think this event is going to be absolutely something special. I'm going to bring the folks backstage right now that are going to help make this happen. My buddies, UAG, Mike of all trades, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Console Kits. Thank you all for being here. Hello. You guys excited about this Saturday?
We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah. All right. Give me one word each on how you're feeling about this Saturday. So first, UAG, what's your one word?
Man, circle back to me because I want to give a good one. I want to give a good one.
Give it good. He wants to steal everybody else's first. That's what you do best, right? You like to claim other people's things. I always told UAG that earlier on. He's like, he likes to predict. All right, Moat, what's your one word?
Charitable.
Charitable. I like it.
I'm all about charity and anything that's involved with helping people, no matter where it's at, dude. I'm with it. So charitable. That's the word.
Very cool. All right, people have their credit card is ready. Michael B, what's your one word?
Greedy, because I'm ready to get all these goddamn deals.
He's feeling greedy. It's a good one. Console Kids, what's your one word?
My favorite chord. That's how I feel.
Okay, that's how he feels. He's feeling cordy. If that's
what do you
word.
Prince? Do you just go by a symbol now?
That's it. UAG, you got one? You got a good one?
I'm gonna say rock bottom.
Okay.
Because when you get these prices, you're gonna be like, God damn it. God damn it.
Yeah. Pretty sure he said one word, not two, but all right.
Rock bottom. It's two words. It's a compound word.
You can put a hyphen, I guess.
And, okay, I see it. Put into the chat one word that you're feeling about. So Rafi is super excited. He's going to be there. He's going to be volunteering.
Excited.
Goofyfoot is feeling no. I think he was saying that about something else. But happy birthday, Justin. Is it your birthday?
No, that's just the date I tell everyone is my birthday.
Okay. You had us tricked for a little bit. Okay, well, I have some other folks backstage because today's show, not only are we talking about you as the content creators creating this amazing community event, but we have some folks from Arcade1Up that have been behind the scenes, hard at work, putting this together for all of us here. And I've had the pleasure of working with these folks for the last couple of weeks. The first person I want to bring onto the stream, she is new to the Arcade1Up family, but she is not new to doing events like this. She has been fantastic and amazing. Want to bring on right now. It is the one, the only, Miss Liv. What's going on?
Hey guys, how are you? So nice to meet you.
Good. Nice to see you. And look at you already rocking that LA shirt or hat.
There you
go. Being a local already. So for folks that don't know Liv and who you are, do you want to just give a quick introduction to who you are?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm LA based and I joined Arcade1Up about a little over a month ago. Loving it so far. I come from Hasbro Pulse, if you're familiar, the D2C family at Hasbro. So I've been within the gaming world for quite some time, but I'm so excited to get behind retro games. I am already a fan of all of Arcade1Up, and I'm so excited to join some of you in person on Saturday.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks, Liv. So we'll get some more details about the event. I'm going to have you talk so much more about what we have planned for it. But we have one last guest that has been pretty much the village bicycle this week. He's been, everybody's been taking him for a ride a little bit. You've heard that term before, right? He's like the doorknob. Everybody gets a turn.
I thought this was supposed to be PG, bro.
Oh, that phrase can be used for many things. We just have loved seeing this gentleman on many things. And we have this really beautiful intro to really introduce him, this monster of a man, this Iron Man, if you will, Console Kits, if you want to tune it up.
Who's this guy that's coming? Do we have no clue? And I have no clue.
What, the playing with his tongue? What do you think, you Jimi Hendrix?
Bro, somebody's gonna clip that.
Now the question is that a real guitar or is that a rock band guitar?
All right.
All right, thank you so much for the introduction. So Mike of all trades, Michael B, Console Kids, UAG, Liv, and John D are here today. John, how's it feel, I would say, coming back to many streams this entire week promoting this event? How's it feel been back in the community in the forefront, being asked all these questions? How are you feeling right now?
Hey, it's fun, man. I love interacting with everyone. I love answering questions. Whether I can give you the right answer or the wrong answer is irrelevant, but it's good to, continue to just interact with everybody. It's good to see everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been fun. So it's been a fun ride to really get together for, again, not only Arcade1Up community event, charity event, and biggest reason that many people are watching today, there's a big sale happening, one of the biggest sales. So John, for folks that don't know, can you maybe talk about the inception of this idea? How did this even come about for folks on why this sale at this point in time?
Okay, so number one, we wanted to give back to the community, right? It's been a long time since we've been able to see each other in person. We wanted to have a place where we can meet together, talk about our favorite hobbies, hang out, and also, let's actually B came up with the idea because I was looking for we were looking for places in LA. Like, why don't we also make it a charity event? And so B is part of the Red Cross, and we said, that's great. Like, it's a no-brainer. So it's fun to have people around, hang out, as well as doing something for a good cause.
Yeah, that was fun when I was scouting out locations in SoCal for John and just going to various locations. At first, I was like, you just need a location? Sure, I can offer one of our Red Cross offices and we can just do it out of one of our little things. And the more we thought about it, it's like, hey, we wanted to check that community vibe, and a local brewery that already had food, drinks, arcades, already felt like a win-win-win. And so when we started scouting at locations in different places, this just was one of my favorite locations. And then from here, we were able to bring Liv in, who has so much kind of experience on this, and DTC stands for direct to consumer pieces of it. Liv, what's your background on doing events like this? This is one of Arcade1Up's first. So what can we expect at this event?
Yeah, so my past is in all types of events. I actually started within the beer and hospitality world, so this is not anything different to me. And then I brought my event background to Hasbro, where I launched PulseCon and Hasbro Fan Fest, and then took our team to San Diego Comic-Con. So what you can expect is a lot of fun. You can expect some giveaways, some surprises. I'm sure there will be a lot of John D doing some funny things, and just fun all day, and obviously good beer and good food.
Oh man, that sounds like so much fun. I can't wait to really party. But for folks that cannot join us in person, unfortunately, that cannot experience that, we will try to bring you as much of that experience through the rest of the content creators on the stream today. So Justin, when we were putting this together with all the other content creators and it finally evolved into what it is now, like, how are you feeling about your involvement now, about making this a community event and involving all of our channels and all of our audiences?
Yeah, it's making it really special, I think. I was thinking about this way when I was kind of pitching it to other people. We as content creators have the ability to reach out to our personal communities. I know I've been making a lot of videos over time about deals, right? And so, Arcade1Up is giving me an opportunity personally to offer those deals to the community. And I know there's a lot of people that have been watching our content for a long time. And we talk about, like, here's a new cab that's coming out and here's the price. And some people want to wait because, maybe they don't want to pay the full price on it. And it's going to be really special when the people start to see the opportunities that they have to get some really great cabinets and it's not for everybody, meaning like not everyone's going to get this deal like nationwide, right?
Yeah,
it's just
absolutely.
people that tune in or they're physically at the location. And to be able to spread it out, that's so awesome. Like, it could have been just something only people in Torrance in that LA area were going to take advantage of. But no, the people in the community that are like the super fans are going to get some amazing deals. And we're going to be talking about this for a very long time because some of the cabinets are really good. You're going to play the game. If you don't have it yet, you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to continue to talk in the community about how much you enjoy these cabs. So it's not just a single day event. It's gonna make a lot of people happy for a long time.
I agree. And part of the planning team that's been putting this together was really trying to make this inclusive as possible. So I'm just gonna bring it back to John, because this was it started as an in-person, and slowly you started mentioning we want to make this online too, and we didn't know how to do that, and it finally evolved into what we're going to share today. Like, why was the online portion just as important as the in-person event? Because you could have just put all your eggs in a basket and said, let's just do this sample sale and not even care. But talk about that community aspect.
Well, I mean, it would have sucked just to have these great deals just locally in LA. We were thinking about, gosh, this is awesome, but we wanted to get more people involved. Again, it's giving back, not just to the Red Cross, but also our community. And, we found a really good way to be able to do that. But you have to do it. It's like you have to do it. It's really for the hardcore fans, just like Justin said. And you have to watch the streams. You have to be, a regular follower. And it is, we thank everyone who's been always following all of your streams and all of our news. So it is giving back to our community.
Yeah, there's 200 plus people watching today. So thank you for watching. And hopefully you'll follow all the content creators here. So for example, UAG is excited for, his stream. We'll be launching one of the most fantastic deals. You can't say what and why, but how you feeling about your particular stream and what you would be offering for the online folks?
Well, I'm super excited because, like I said, in my previous stream, I think I have the product of the year. I really do. But with that being said, it's more so of the chances people are going to get. If you follow any of these Facebook groups that we have for Arcade1Up, we always see tons of posts of awesome deals. But what happens? They're very few and far between. They're in different locations in different states, and you don't get to, participate on that. And I was very sour when John D was talking about doing a local thing. I'm like, damn, I ain't in Cali. I ain't gonna be able to participate. But he knew that would be give a sour taste to the community, and he said, listen, let's spread it out. And that's the awesome thing. We are going to be there virtually, but we're going to have a fun time. You're going to be able to hear different content creators and their point of views and everything. It's just going to be an awesome time. So I'm super stoked about my product. I guarantee you want to be there on time, because I don't know if it's going to last. I really think I got the awesome one, for real.
That's true. There are select quantities of each of these product sales, but Moat, how are you feeling about this whole process so far, being involved with it?
So first and foremost, let me just say that your average gamer, you shouldn't claim that you have the best product. When some of us have products, you get one. And some of us have multiple, you know what I mean? And I think that's the great thing about it. Not only does this benefit the Red Cross, but it's also an opportunity for anybody who's been on the fence of picking up maybe X, Y, and Z and didn't know if maybe the price was this or the price was that. Like, you can now grab something that you've desired, support a great cause, and get it at a deal. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And then plus just the fellowship and the brotherhood and sisterhood that goes along with the community. That's an opportunity to be like, hey, we can all come together. We did this together, et cetera, et cetera. When you and Dubs and UAG and donated to Extra Life, I was like, dude, that's great. And so now I'm like, yeah, we can definitely do this. And I love the hashtag that Justin put up, the hashtag give back. Literally, that should be everyone's mentality. It shouldn't be, oh, I'm getting X, Y, and Z. Yeah, you're getting that for sure. But you also have the opportunity to help and give back to an organization that does so much for so many people when they're not even asked to. So that's my thought about it.
Love your beanie, Mo.
Oh, it matches the shirt. So.
Representing. Well, I want to bring on Michael B, the Game Genie, aka Moist. Mike of Some Trades, because I appreciated your video earlier this week where you helped promote the event, but you were talking about the fact that you love this was a charity event, you being involved in charity and making that aspect really something that we can get behind. And I just wanted to say I appreciate that from you and really helping drive that point home. But how are you feeling about this event and your participation so far?
Oh, I'm really excited. I mean, this is a situation in which everybody wins. There are no losers here. It's
Mhm.
such a good cause. The community is getting something back. The Red Cross is getting something back. Arcade1Up is doing something awesome, reconnecting with their fans. And I use the term reconnecting. I don't know why. Connecting with their fans through this event, through our streams. We get together. I mean, good and bad colliding. We've got all kinds of people here together. This is awesome. This is what I like to see. Unity in the community. So much good stuff happening, and I can't wait to see everybody get these amazing deals. The help it's going to be for Red Cross. Everything is just so awesome about this event. Couldn't be done better. We'll see how well it turns out on Saturday.
Hey, Michael B. I see you're wearing a Westworld hat. Do you understand the first 2 episodes of that show?
I don't know if anybody does, John.
I'm telling you, I feel dumb. I can't, I love it. I just don't understand. What's up, UAG?
Listen, I hope that this event does so well that next year we do this again. Like this shouldn't be a one-time be all. This should be something that we, so hopefully it's successful.
We hear you, UAG. We hear you. We see that.
All right, so Liv, what do you say to that? Is that something that's possible for future community events?
Yeah, we got LA. Show up this weekend. Tune in. All right, tune in, show up, follow us on Arcade1Up official across all channels, and yeah, let's have a good Saturday.
All right, so let's get into the logistics of the event, because this stream was supposed to be all the details about how you can participate at home. But let's talk about the on-site experience first, because some folks are in the chat right now that will be there in person. We'll point them to this. So what can folks expect for the on-site experience first?
I need my notepad.
Oh,
I
okay,
take
definitely.
notes.
Taking notes.
and forward them to me in a photo.
Okay, sounds good.
He's cheating right now. That's how we do. We just steal from each other.
Really?
So the on-site experience, Liv, what can folks expect when they get there? Like, what are we hoping for in terms of flow?
Yeah, on-site. So we'll be at Smog City Brewery. That's in Torrance, California. Again, hit us up on social. You can see all the details. And we'll be there from 12 to 8. So again, first come, first serve. So get there early. Help us out, though, with the line. We're new to line control. So just, be easy on us. There will be some great food, a lot of beer. And, we have not only product for sale, but we do have giveaways, raffles. We'll have a DJ. I hear he's pretty good. And, again, all of it is for a great cause. So 12 to 8 at Smog City. Bring your friends. Introduce them to Arcade1Up. Come down. John D will be there. He wants to see you. He wants to get to know some of you. And yeah, just a fun time on a Saturday.
Yeah. John D, any special things we can expect from you being live there? Are you planning on doing anything crazy, or are you just looking to have a good time?
Let's see how many beers you guys buy me, and then we'll see how much secrets I could tell everybody.
So if you are at the event and you find John D, in order to ask him a question about if a cab is coming out, you must put something in his hand to be able to to drink or something else. That's the best
drink
way.
or treats or whatever. I take them all.
Whatever it is. Okay, so let's talk about the online experience so far. So we've been really trying to connect with all the different content creators here to put together a schedule of events. So originally we had mentioned that product would be available at Arcade1Up.com. Right now, unfortunately, that was not the case because of I guess it was retailer obligations. John, was that the main reasoning that we could state for not using the Arcade1Up site?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? I was reading the chat.
I was just explaining the last week we've been trying to tell people that this online sales would be on the website, but we had to move away from that, and so it's mostly retailer obligations, right? Is that?
It's more so that these deals are so crazy. We shouldn't advertise it.
Think of Black Friday. Like on Black Friday, they have a TV
warehouse sale. I don't know if many people go to warehouse sales.
That's
kind of
good.
Underground.
UAG.
And think about
doorbusters.
It's really for hardcore fans, and there's no way we should even advertise.
It's too good to advertise, guys.
I'm telling you, I'll tell you this. Even the people who are about to buy the product, they ain't gonna know the price. Because it's that good. You'll have the option. Look, if you want cabinet A, cabinet B, cabinet C, if you click the form and everything else, you ain't gonna know the price till later. but you'd be a dummy if you don't take it. If you're, it's that good.
It's Fight Club.
It is.
This
It is.
Saturday is
No
Fight
one
Club.
talks about price.
You know what? You
The
could probably
number
say,
one rule: don't talk about the price. Just you'll see the price. Just do it.
Yep.
think about how we used to get those cabinets that were like, I'm
You're
exaggerating.
trying-
Like
don't
50.
say the price. You
No,
ain't
but I'm
cheap.
saying,
Bro.
remember when you used to go to Walmart and get those clearance price? But
Bro,
like
bro,
they were
just-
on products that you didn't want. These are products you want.
Dude, just preface it and be like, listen, if you show up to the event, you are guaranteed to get a great deal. And if you're showing up to the event online and participating with other content creators, you're guaranteed to get a good deal. And then do like the HSN thing with like hand models and all that other jazz. You know what I mean?
Saturday
Just-
is all
Vanna White
it's all
and stuff?
HSN.
right.
Yeah, I mean, we're even telling people who are on site they're not allowed to tell the pricing. It's that good.
Yeah,
So
this
that's-
is technically a secret sale.
Oh, we're
It's a
having a
secret sale.
silent auction?
No, it's not a silent
No,
auction.
no,
It's a
it's
secret sale.
secret
So
sale.
you all,
That's pretty good.
you guys all have to be secret keepers. Let's keep this in the community.
So I will
Absolutely.
say, I have a website, consolekits.com, where I track all the lowest prices and I have price charting. If I were to include these prices, they will be the best prices for the cabs that I've ever seen.
100%. 100%.
That's
I
a good
mean,
indicator.
it's
So we're
awesome.
dropping lots of hints about where the price points will be without saying them. So if you do join any of the streams, you see what the products are. Again, one of the things is we want to be able to keep this within this community and reward all of you that are watching. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to share the screen right now of the schedule. So the schedule for the day, 12 o'clock to 8, we're going to be starting the event live. And here's what we're going to be doing. Right at 12 o'clock, we're going to kick off live on my channel right here where you're watching on Kongs or Us, the event kickoff to be able to introduce the actual event to the community. We'll be live streaming there. We'll have John, we'll have Liv, we'll have some other Arcade1Up reps. Even the folks in Smog City will be promoting them as well, just to welcome everybody to the event. We will have 2 products for sale that particular hour. And then those are going to be the ones where you can fill out a particular form to reserve your order. So here's how it's going to work. It's so secret that there's no exact transaction that's happening right away. You are putting in almost like a reservation through a form, and then customer service will be invoicing everybody at a later point once we have collectively all the different things that you want, and you'll be invoiced exactly for that product. So that's how it's going to work. We won't be sharing the price points for everything. So after the first hour, your average gamer will be going on at 1 o'clock, and then we'll have his product revealed and then a new form available to be able to present for you to order there. So it's going to be one of those things where you just have to stay tuned to the next one, and we're going to be promoting the next show, which is Console Kits, and he'll have to set a product. Michael Ball Trades, Michael B, the Game Genie, is doing double duty because he loves double duty. We have 19K Fox.
Love Sharon Peters.
Speaking of the Fox, he must have heard his ears
we go,
burning
Fox.
because there is a 19K Fox, gentlemen, bringing up the 6 p.m. hour, and then we're going to close out the event at 7 p.m. Pacific. All times are Pacific, by the way. Didn't put that on here, but all times are Pacific Standard Time. We're going to close out the event, hopefully have some final totals for what we raised for the charity, kind of some final numbers on what we sold, just to be able to celebrate in that final hour, invite some of the content creators. So expect, people to join each other's stream, just have fun. I there's no formal kind of agenda for each stream on how each content creator was going to work on it, but they might tune into each one. I think everybody's going to have a different way to promote their particular products and get you to purchase one of these, because it's the hottest deals on any of these products that you've seen direct from Arcade1Up. So that's the schedule. What do you guys
Right,
think?
let me give
19K
my-
Fox.
Can it
Go ahead. Well,
Oh, he's here.
yeah, let's have
Go
Fox do a
19,
quick
I'll go
introduction.
I just like to come in late for dramatic effect.
Ah,
You know
Good
how
job.
it is.
yes. So Fox, how you feeling about this event so far and participating? Just wanted to, we went around.
I'm
the horn
excited,
earlier.
overwhelmed, a little nervous, but yeah, I think this is going to be pretty awesome. I think like some of the other content creators on this panel, we've talked about deals. We're trying to help the community find the best deals. This is going to be kind of a good deal. I don't know. Did John? Did you tell them about Star Wars for 150?
Oh,
I wasn't supposed to say.
Secret
Oh,
sales.
Oh,
Secret sales. All
no.
right, you
Kick
know who
him.
to fire first off.
Kick him.
All right.
Crap.
Man, 19K Fox is the worst secret keeper.
I'm off the list again.
Let me
All
give
right,
my
we're gonna
pitch,
call-
if you will.
Go ahead.
So here's the thing, guys. So this is a community event. It's a little confusing, but I'm going to try to repeat a lot what Kong said. So for those of you that are going to you're gonna be a part of this online. If you're a super fan, what you're gonna do is basically watch YouTube all day. And the reason why, let's back up for why we're doing this, right? So customer service is going to be processing and collecting all this information. If it was just online and you filled out a form, they couldn't be able to handle this. This is kind of like a manual process thing, right? Okay. So because to kind of taper that incoming traffic, we're revealing cabs in each show. So you tune in for Kongs at first on the schedule, you're going to hear about a couple cabs that you can go to an online form and make your reservation. And then you're going to want to tune in to UAG because he's got a cab that's going to be announced. And when you hear about that cabinet, you have an opportunity to fill out his form to make your reservations for his cab. And it'll continue on to mine, then Mike, then Michael B, 19K Fox, and we wrap it all up back on Kong's show again. This truly is a community event. Take Saturday off if you want a ton of deals. If this is too much for you, if you're like, I can't sit here and watch YouTube all day, then you're going to miss the deal.
This is what Chris is saying. He said it's kind of like HSN QVC Live.
Yes.
That's what we're doing. We're doing our
tough luck. If you miss out on this, you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass, for real.
All right. Go ahead, Michael B.
Yeah, I'm going to make a suggestion now. I want everybody to find everything you can financially. Go out and get a loan, do whatever you can. You don't want to miss these deals. You got collateral out there in the wild. You want to use it because you're not going to want to miss this on Saturday. There's great deals. It's going for a great cause. Make sure, if you're thinking about going out for dinner on Friday, skip that because you might be able to buy a cab with that money on Saturday.
A lot of bad advice, Mike. Come on.
Follow financial
I'm not
advice
saying
brought to you by Michael B. James.
turning the equity in your home
on this panel.
Yeah, that's super funny. I mean, so Liv, this might be one of the first times you've joined one of these crazy community streams, but you see how rabid these fans are about to sell their firstborn child to be able to get some of these Arcade1Up deals.
I know. I might go get a loan out today. I'm I'm checking my bank account as I start.
Yeah. All right. So Liv, tell us about the arcade fan in you. I know you just joined Arcade1Up. What do you have? Do you have a favorite so far? What could tell us a little bit about your arcade?
I gotta go with NBA Jam. I know it's new, but that's probably my fave. I also gotta throw it back to my partners over at Marvel. I love a little Marvel, love a little Capcom. So yeah, those would probably be top notch. I mean, gotta love the woman, right, Miss Pac-Man.
Those are some good ones. Absolutely, very cool. All right, so did we lose somebody? Oh, no, everybody's here. Okay, cool. Anything, John, now that we've explained it, and I think thank you, Console Kids, for mansplaining it for me. That was beautiful. Just no problem. Repetition of it. I think we just need to hear it several times because, Kevgrit said it. It still sounds a little confusing. We've never done this before.
Yeah,
this is like our first time.
I mean,
so
it's going to be a fun thing where it starts on the hour, every hour from 12 to 7. You'll have Kongs R Us, and he'll reveal a couple cabinets as well as provide a link in the chat with an order form, right? And then he'll pass it on to the next content creator who will have a link. Yeah, we'll have a link, which is a UAG. And then that form will likely have Kong's cabinets as well as UAGs. And then he talks about the product and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I mean, you do have to wait through, and you do have to tune in to the entire 8 hours. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. I mean, these guys know what those deals are, and they wouldn't be hyping. I'm telling you, they wouldn't be hyping this up if they thought it wasn't a good deal. They'll hype up XL or having NFL Blitz on the Shaq event.
Mm-hmm.
But they'll also hype this up too. And I see 19K Fox with his Arcade1Up shirt. It looks a little blurry. I'm not going to say anything about that anymore.
Predator Vision, baby.
So I know people have questions about so Nikki has a good question. Do you have to complete every reserve if we change our mind later?
Let me answer that. So because the prices aren't available right away, if you put your order in and you don't seem to want to do that great deal, it'll just go on the next person in line. So you can not purchase it, and then the next person will be lucky enough that you didn't purchase it.
Some
Yeah, there
quantities
is-
are higher than others. Yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Liv.
No, you're good. You're good. Exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, very
Yeah, I was
good.
gonna say there's
I mean,
varying
some
stock,
of these
right?
items will definitely meet demand, and some won't. So we'll tell you which items are a little bit more limited.
Yeah.
But like for each category, you can select multiple. But if you select multiple, right? If you select multiple, you got to be sure that you're able to pay for it. But if you select multiple, also there may be some that aren't available, so you'll still have the ones that are available.
Let me just say one thing for Kongs R Us. I just want y'all to know that there are some special items on this list that you would be surprised if you knew that it was on this list. Like literally, that's I just have to say that. You will be surprised. Do not miss it, because it varies in the time from the beginning to end. I'm telling you, each and every time slot got something that you're gonna be like, damn, I wish I caught that.
You know what's cool? Each we worked hard on making sure that each person that gets the set of cabs have a connection to the ones that they're going to be announcing. So when UAG said, I have the best one, it's because in his opinion, he has the best one. But I feel I have the best set because those are the ones that are near dear.
But we all
to
know,
me.
really, realistically, that I have the best.
See?
I was gonna say that too.
That's just,
Yeah.
that's just the way it
To be
is.
fair, Michael B is not happy about his list.
Very angry.
Michael
wait a
is
minute.
definitely happy with this. His just is super limited. He might have to do one of those spin the wheels or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Kong's
is
at
very
the end of the
limited.
show, the end of the day, that might be
That's
the best. We
Th-
say
that-
Let's talk about the finale. So the finale show at 7 p.m. Pacific will probably invite back any of the streamers that want to show in for the day, just to kind of celebrate that day. But there are some cabs that are so limited that we might have to do a randomized way to give out that particular quantity of cabinets. And this is a deal that you will absolutely want, because it is one of the most newer products that are out there that is at an extremely really great price point. So once it gets revealed, we'll work on getting that limited quantity. So there are some where you can order. There might be some of that element. You can also join live streams where we do giveaways, either through a random StreamYard thing or a prize wheel. So it'll be a good deal for those that really want this particular cabinet, and you will be happy with the price point. So hope that's hype enough. I know there's over 300 people in the chat that's kind of learning and listening about this. We can try to continue to repeat this over the next 2 days, refine the logistics side of it. I will also ask, as an event planner that's been behind the scenes with Liv and John and everybody, as fun as it's going to be, I also really beg for grace if there's other things that may not work out to spec exactly. If your expectations, if you didn't get a cab, you missed out or something. I think the grand picture is that we're all in this to have fun and still have a good deal. I think there should be enough for everybody to get something, but I just wanted to allow for some grace. So Liv, in your experience running many cons and managing fan expectations, what's some advice you can give to our fans on, keeping their expectations realistic and having a good time?
Yeah, I think what we kicked off the event saying was, if it goes well, let's do another one. So it's our first one here at A1Up, and we're gonna make it the best that it is. But we're human. There will be some hiccups probably, but you know what? We're here as a community, and first and foremost, we're giving back, and also we're here to have a really fun event. And I know it's been a long few years with COVID, and so I'm just happy to get out here with like friends and fans, meet everyone within the community. And so yeah, and throw back a few, right?
Yeah. Good. We have a super chat from Console Fanboy that asked actually a pretty good question about, I'm sorry for that super chat. Am I allowed to buy more than one cab and a Pac-Man? So if I buy two, is there a special discount? So what two questions? Is there a cab limit, and are there discounts for combining stuff?
Yeah, so there's a cab limit per category. If you're on site, because of limited items on hand, you'll be limited to like 1 4-foot, 1 partycade, 1 countercade, and other things.
Are you hearing this,
You're
Bobby?
leaking. You're
Are you hearing
leaking.
that, Bobby?
Oh yeah, that's Bobby.
Did I just reveal something?
Yeah.
You did. You just blew it up.
You're the one telling us not to reveal, and then you reveal.
And
We
then
So,
you
can't
can-
take you. We can't take you anywhere, John.
No,
Yeah.
but yeah,
You're
there'll
not
be
good at
limits.
Where's PPR when we need them?
So, Bobby Vu, if you're listening, maybe cancel the truck at U-Haul. You can
The
just leave
U-Haul
it
is
at-
canceled.
No. Bobby doesn't need to cancel the truck. Just bring like 17 other people with him. You know what I mean? Like that's
Like,
how you
no,
cut it out.
that's for
Bring all
my
his kids.
niece.
Bring all his kids.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
and
right.
we'll explain more at the event, but there'll be different categories per content creator. And so if a content creator has a category with like 5 SKUs, like for example, I'll just say that if someone does countercades, right, and there's 6 countercades on that SKU, you can select one of each SKU at limits of per that segment.
Now that's on site, not online, right?
Well, that's
That's
online.
online.
That's online.
Online
On
too, okay.
site, it'll be limited to 1 per category. So 1 4-foot, 1 countercade, 1
So
party.
no special rules because you're on site. All right, guys.
So here's the rub, though. The quantity limits are different on the on-site than online. In fact,
They
there's
are.
more quantity online than what the team can bring on site. So
Mhm.
there'll be people that show up on site that may not get it, but then we'll have to tune in anyways to be able to try to get.
They're gonna be
some
online with a
products
cell
online.
phone in their hand like this.
Exactly. So they
Bro.
might be tuning in at the brewery all day, just seeing if they can place an order, because by 2-3 o'clock it might be all gone. So
Do you know how
that's
many
just
burner emails are about to get created?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to order cabinets.
Yeah, so that's the reality of things. $5 super chat from Goofy Foot asking about Tempest. Who knows, right? So we're not going to confirm anything that's out here today right now. Chicago, the Ezekiel Ranger, or Ezekiel, the Chicago Retro Ranger says, "Sup guys, can't wait for Saturday." Thank you, John D and B. Appreciate the super chat there for as well. Console Kids was talking about some t-shirt giveaways. Are we going to have some Arcade1Up merch possibly, Liv?
We are on premises. We're gonna have some merch, and who knows, we might bring it online for our people. We hear you like the
Ooh.
shirts. So
Shirts are good.
yeah, let's work through that. I also saw, I don't know if you're gonna pin this one next, but I saw Clay Royer asking the percentage going to the Red Cross. I think that's an awesome one.
Yes.
5%.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing this up. So again, percentage of the sales, 5%. Additionally, throughout the streams too, I'll be working with the content creators. If you do want to support and maybe not want to purchase, we'll have an ongoing running microsite that you can also make donations to. So we, at the
That's
end of the stream,
awesome.
at the end of the event, we can all chip in and see where we're at with that in addition to that. So I think that's going to be awesome to be able to see.
Yeah,
Yes.
just really quickly on that. You guys are always so awesome, like throwing super chats at us and stuff during these live streams. Maybe I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I'll say for myself, don't super chat me. It's an opportunity. Hit the links, support the Red Cross. That's more important today. That's what this is about.
Right.
Agreed.
I'll take all
Agreed.
these super
Michael
chats.
B.
It's fine. I'll just pocket them.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly. And I had mentioned last week too, for all the super chats that are being sent, we're going to put that into the pool and add to that running total as well. So I have a couple other questions. I think there was a question about shipping. Is that something that we can
Yeah.
address now, John?
Yeah, so
Or-
we're working on that, because there's so many different forms and everything else. We're trying to figure out, is there going to be free shipping with a certain limit? But like, stay tuned on Saturday, because we're just working that out logistically. The issue is that you'll have a form, you can place whatever reservation. These are reservations, right? And then the next one, you're going to fill out like probably the same form, and we just got to find a way to collate everything, and hopefully we can give a free shipping for after you purchase a certain amount. But again, it's just for transparency. We're just trying to figure that out logistically.
Yeah,
I
it's
think what you
first
said
time.
you were going to try to do. I don't want to speak out of turn, but just to give some confidence, like everyone's going to put in, this is what they want. Their reservations, right?
Right.
But before anything, obviously, you got a credit card has to be, discussed. There would be some type of invoice, right? Some type of like, hey, this is the deal. Like, you good with it? And you're like, yeah, okay, let's process the order.
Exactly. So you have an option not to. You can forego, the invoice and give it to the next person in line. That's fine. But yeah, so I forget how much. Can someone remind me how much free shipping is online on our site?
I think it's $5.99, right?
$5.99. So what we're trying to do And I can't guarantee this right now, but what we're trying to do is if you have multiple orders and they're over $5.99, we can give you free shipping. But just don't quote me right now. It's just a logistics thing. We got to figure it out.
Yeah.
So
And no cash on site, by the way. It's all credit.
Nope.
So
For you gangsters, you got to play.
Bobby will tell you he got cash.
Don't knock how people get the bag, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
Bobby tell you he got cash on hand. Cash is king.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
in essence, like these forums are kind of like, back in the day, I'm gonna date myself. Back in the day when we used to do like those school like pizza sales or whatever else, like you have to go home and take the form home and you get your order. So it's kind of like that.
Yep.
I hope that's
Yeah.
enough for everybody to
Girl Scout
understand.
cookies. Girl Scout cookies.
What is this?
I'm a guy. I don't know nothing about that. I just eat them.
Do you guys?
It's an office. It's an office form, office doc form. If you're familiar with that, you just put your name, your address, your phone number, and an email address, and then a drop-down menu for what cabs you want. So that'll go processed here. And if you're one of the lucky people to be able to get it, then we'll invoice you. And again, we're trying to collate, everyone who does multiple orders.
What do you think that invoice would happen in the next couple of days? Because it'll be.
That's what I asked that
No,
question.
so it's going to depend on the amount of volume, right? It could potentially, if we have potentially over hundreds of orders, you have to know that you got to give us between 1 week to 4 weeks to fulfill the orders, just because we're doing this all manually. And so, I just want to temper expectations. It's going to depend on the reception. Like I said, like there's, we have a limited amount. Like I'm going to be the ones also, me and Liv are also going to be participating in fulfilling orders because we had our customer service team commit to it. But yeah, all of us are just manually input. It's basically a spreadsheet. And we're going to like divide all of the orders amongst like 6 or 7 of us and get through them as quickly as possible. So just bear with us, but it will be worth it because of, as console kits and everyone else can tell you who's seen the pricing, like it's so good. There's no way we should advertise it.
So John D, maybe we say something like maybe throughout the day, if we hit some goals for American Red Cross, we'll get these shipped out sooner. So you start
Some motivation.
I like her hustle.
Stretch goals,
I like
yeah.
her hustle, bro.
You know what?
Yeah, man.
My fingers are working all weekend. So let's
I love it, Liv. Thank you. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, so there was a question in the chat, and you guys know I'm the only person here not in the USA, so this is one that sticks out to me. So obviously, people are wondering internationally if this is something they can avail of, if they're a place that Arcade1Up can ship to. So no, if I'm in Canada, I can order, but I wouldn't get the free shipping. That's right?
This is limited to US 50 states.
Okay.
So if I live in Hawaii, I could totally do this, and
You can do it. If you live in Hawaii, you're just going to have to pay shipping.
Okay.
Or Alaska.
Okay, so that is good to know. So international, fortunately, cannot participate at this. Okay.
Well,
Sorry.
I'm out of here, guys. See you later.
And we lost Mike.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. And Canada.
And Canada. There we
And
go.
Canada. My
I
bad.
get it.
I was gonna say because Alaska's
Wait,
like
listen.
way past.
Mike, I thought you was gonna
Wait a
order your
minute,
stuff.
hold on.
I thought you was gonna order your stuff and just send it to D Love, and you just go over there and
Yeah, just hand
To
it
the
to each
border,
other across
bro.
the border. Yeah.
I wish it was that close.
Oh,
No,
man.
it's not. Oh,
If you're
man.
shipping to Canada, are all the prices US, or are you gonna? Are they Canadian
Convert
prices?
for Canadian. Yeah.
Give him the Canadian tax, baby.
It's like how it is. Michael, but you can tell us, right? It's converted, right?
Yeah, conversion. I can't remember what it is right now, but yeah, the converted prices.
So I do appreciate everybody now as much as possible. There's 300 folks here. There'll be hundreds of people watching our stream throughout the day. Let's set our expectations that this is going to be fun, but be patient with the team that is doing this for the first time. And again, if this is successful, if you are having a good time and you let Arcade1Up know, if you let us know as content creators that this was great, we want to do it again, maybe it could happen again. So what's the future look like, John and Liv? If this was like, what are some of the check boxes you would want to see to make this event successful?
Volume.
Volume. Is that one of the goals? Is like number of caps sold completely?
Yeah, volume. We'll see. I
Okay.
mean,
Yeah.
like how popular is it?
Yeah, positivity, like the build of brand awareness, positivity. Again, we'll go back, donations, like hit those donations.
Yeah, definitely donations too, right? Like
Yeah.
even off, just straight donations to the Red Cross and things like that as well. Definitely puts,
I'm gonna put in my vote for the next one so we could do that in the Miami office. You know, like I
Yeah.
could just
I
drive
like
down
that.
there real quick. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can visit the Arcade1Up store.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That'd be fun to do more stuff happen out there.
Mhm.
So I like it. So we have a lot of things to be excited about for this Saturday. And for the last couple of minutes of the stream, there was a new release of a cabinet that happened today. I figured I already have a good panel of people here and some people that were close to that particular cabinet design. If you guys wouldn't mind sharing, do you guys want to talk about it? It's public
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
available. Yeah. So what do you think about it, John? So I think you've been excited about this for a while. What does this cabinet mean to you? The Shinku Hadouken or the Capcom Legacy cabinet? Like, what is this cabinet here in this design? Tell us about this. What was the
Yeah, so
mystery of the yoga
it's a
flame?
celebration of the 35th anniversary of one of my favorite, if not the favorite franchise, Street Fighter. This is not something that's going to be totally authentic of what you've seen because, to be honest, Street Fighter doesn't really have graphics. So we commissioned some of these popular udon artists, Joe Ing and Genzo, to create us, a collage of characters to kind of celebrate this. You look them up if you don't know about Joe Ing and Genzo artists. They've done a lot of things for Capcom, and from a game standpoint, we wanted to make sure we had a more diverse list. So you could possibly, if you have Big Blue, you could also purchase this one because it has 8 new games that are online. And then the other games that share with Big Blue, they are, I love that picture. They are crossplay.
Thank you for saying it. Thank you for saying it because like a lot of people have been asking that, like, well, is it like, thank you.
So it's crossplay, and in the art differences, between so there's no game differences between the Shinkou Hadouken and the Yoga Flame, but it's just artwork. And if you look at that waterfall design, with the control panel, I mean, that's amazing. I don't think we've done anything like that before. Also, like, people wanted Final Fight online. There you go. You got Captain Commando. You got Armor Core. You got, shooters. Giga Wing that you never see. Look, a lot of these games have not even been on the Capcom Arcade Stadium yet. Some of these games were the first to ever have online play, Battle Circuit, all of these things. So, but what we wanted to make sure that some of the games also carried over from Big Blue because we want to grow that community. The Street Fighter Turbo 2 Turbo community, the CE community, the Hyper Fighter community, as well as, you have Capcom Sports Club. These are things that we didn't want to omit. Slam Masters. I won't be playing Street Fighter 1, but that's but yeah, I mean, you got to really think, I've heard a lot of things. Oh, this is not an original cab and everything else. Well, look, there's many reasons why sometimes we don't make.
Isn't that the original marquee? Isn't that the original control deck?
Sure.
Right.
I mean,
those are original.
All these were in conversion kits, right? So you would have either a Big Blue
I remember seeing this Big Blue. Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, so the conversion kits would basically give you the marquee, the control panel graphics, and basically a side sticker, right? But we wanted to make this an art piece for Street Fighter fans who love the IP, and it's a work of art. And regardless if you think this is exactly how of course this is not exactly how you see it in the arcades, but there are room for these art pieces as well. So there's a market for this. I understand when people may not like how they've never seen this arcade. Well, it was supposed to be like that. Right. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I know a lot of Capcom Street Fighter fans are, and if you're not even a fan of fighting games, look, there are shooters on there. There's sports titles. There's beat 'em ups. Like anything you want, you find in this cabinet. So that's all I can say about that.
Man, dude, I thought Big Blue was the most versatile cabinet, but
this is way more.
This is even bigger than that because you took away the Darkstalker game, so it's not so fighter heavy. This cabinet is probably the most diverse games list, and probably I would think is the best games list that I've seen from
So
Yeah,
one of
Arcade1Up.
the questions about this like design though was like why midway shape versus doing it in a big blue form factor with it. I think people are
Well,
wondering
so
about that.
there's a couple things, right? In the legacy cabinet, at the price point, like last year, we had everything on all the fighters on one form factor, and for this year, we decided to do that same thing again. But historically, Midway had tons of Street Fighter games on there through conversion kits. This is the Frankenstein cab, like someone says.
Yeah.
Just take it as an art piece. Would you have rather have this form factor versus the one with the wings?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. Like, guys, come on. Legacy last year wasn't super comfortable. This looks a lot more comfortable. Let's just enjoy it.
The deck is nice. It's nice and spacious. You have the ability to swap marquee work because it got the traditional slide out marquee thing. You could really make it your own. I love it. I truly do. I mean, not this one per se. That blue one though.
That Yoga Flame is fire, bro. Like the freaking
this
contrast
one is fire for me because
think about it though. The contrast between
there.
blue and then this one right here. I mean, with the red and the Yoga Flame or whatever, dude. That's great. Yes, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo looks great, but I don't know. Some with the red and the fire and Sagat poking out with the Udan like freaking comic artwork. I like the comic, so for me, this is an absolute W. You know what I mean? Not just a Street Fighter.
Exactly. Again, like I said, we're trying to get things also, more arcade authentic, but there are also room for cabs like this or that are art pieces that we'll, I think we'll continue to do this. If you like a Capcom artist like Bengus or Shinkiro, why not throw that on, some side pieces.
I mean, I know we're trying to be nice because John's here, but come on, let's just call a spade a spade. John, what? No blue T molding? Come on, man.
For which one?
For the Shinkou Hadouken. Yeah, come on.
Okay, yeah, that
would have been the one thing.
That's why the red's better.
The one little piece.
If you put blue, I think it would just blend in too much. Yeah, I guess to each their own, right?
Because what if I buy both and I want to have a red?
You should buy both.
No, I'm not going to do that. Now you don't have the blue T.
No, think about it. Let's look. I'm a graphic designer. I used to be a graphic designer at Sony. Like if you had
molding.
If you had the blue T molding, it probably just kind of disappear in this.
No.
Well, again, like you're talking about just preferences. I like
it depends on where you put it. Depends on where you put it, I guess.
So, John, this is Street Fighter 4 and 5 that you guys have released. That's the other thing. If this isn't your cup of tea, guys, there's other options out there for Street Fighter. So there's lots of options to buy a Street Fighter.
I will say though, like you said, Mike, that this is probably I've got the midway version of this. The Mortal Kombat. It's probably the most comfortable. Control panel I've ever.
Yeah.
It's cabinet. It is that. So.
I really like this control deck for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. If I was going to pick the two, just because of this unique control deck, I just have so many cabinets that already have this Champion Edition artwork.
Right.
That's like my big thing for this. Even though Honda's on here and Honda's not on the other one, I was like, but Yoga Flame has Honda and this one does not. I was so torn. I think if I had to pick, because Honda's my boy.
Both versions have Sagat, so I'm okay.
Listen, get yourself a sticker and cover up T-Hawk.
T-Hawk, I know. I would. Can I just get Honda slapping over T-Hawk's ugly face? I wanted Honda so bad on this new one.
Notice that there's white buttons on this one. I think we like.
I think it's a good call. I think it's a good.
I think we like.
So you basically stole
this is where all the white buttons went.
That's where all the white buttons went.
You know what you just did, right?
This cab.
You just know what you just did. You just call us a conniption fic because this guy's gonna say, "Oh, you took all the white buttons for Capcom, and Midway don't get no white buttons."
Midway
to a video, bro.
Midway got the second priority on the white buttons.
Street Fighter greater than Mortal Kombat. So
hey, let's not start no.
He speaks English, sir.
This is supposed to be about community unity. Why are you trying to tear us all apart?
He's trying.
That's all.
Look, most man, like he's right. Like it's unifying the community by establishing that Street Fighter is better than Mortal Kombat. Like that.
Listen, I'm not gonna argue with you.
Tell him, Mo. Tell him.
I'm just saying.
But you got to figure, each one of these have 7 white buttons. You're bound to run out.
Come on.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
You could have paid someone like an intern and did to paint them suckers.
One can of
You
crab.
gonna grab a magic marker and paint the buttons, dude? Really?
You talked about Shop Hippo as an exclusive for this. Is this going to be limited and then be more available, or is this the only place to be able to get this?
Honestly, I don't know, but if you want this cabinet, Shop Hippo.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. So if you want this version of the cabinet, this is an official licensed partner. It's on their website. It says if you want this one, go to Shop Hippo. I've never shopped here before, but I might shop here for the first time.
Where did they come from? I've never even heard of these guys.
This
They
is
are
John
an
News
online
the store.
retailer.
This is
They sell
basically he shows
backpacks
up
and
at your house
wallets.
and his
They have other Arcade1Up product there. They have stools and other things.
I know they have the
Look, they got
what you
joust.
call it? The Dig Dug. They
They
have the
got
Dig Dug.
joust. They got some stools still. If you want to back order
Oh,
some
you know
stools.
what? I know a little bit background about this. So
Yeah.
Shop Hippo, I think the owner is a huge Arcade1Up fan, and so
Wow.
like he gets a lot of these like exclusive cabinets because he loves it so much. So you'll see that he has Dig Dug and he has Joust and he has the Hadouken, a lot of these special stuff, a lot of stools. I think this guy was this company actually specializes in stools. So that's from
Mike
what
B?
I read. Ooh, man, that Joust.
Are you
Hey,
excited?
I
Yeah.
love
That's a lot of
Joust.
stools. That's a lot of stools, Mike B.
A lot of
A lot of
stools.
stools. I think they
Do
love
like the stools.
they sell a lot of stools and they go,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? Why don't you get us some exclusive items as well? I don't think this is exclusive. I don't know, but again, if you want this version, definitely Shop Hippo.
And
So now that we've seen, like, this is the third form factor we've seen using this Midway Legacy design cabinet. Do you think we'll see more kind of conversion kits using this? Do you like this mold? Is this something that you've
Yeah,
as a
I
company?
think when it comes to at least the Midway cabinets,
Mhm.
you'll see more in that mold. You may see more in that mold plus no
Will the
riser. in
Defender
some
or
panels. You know what? If everyone wants a real Defender control panel stuff, you got to keep adding us to get that. So, yeah.
Oh, so now we need real Defender and HDMI out.
Hey,
We need
sucker,
those,
my
we need
hand was
those
up.
two movements on all the social media, guys.
Man,
Make that
respect the
happen.
kindergarten rules, man. Hand was
So
up.
my question is, are you going to do the wings version or are you going to do the Midway style version on your new Sinistar? Like, which one are you going to go with?
No wings, man.
Okay, so you're saying
Just
the
walking
Midway
right out.
style,
Wow, that was
then
nice.
the Midway
That was
style
nice.
on Sinistar?
That was nice.
If Sinistar happens,
Okay.
it'll have
He trying to
Thought I
get
could get one
Nine
out.
way
He's,
joystick.
he's trying to
Like
I
slip
love
it in
that.
there.
I like the no slip.
So when we get Robotron, you're gonna
Yes.
oh, look at I see you see his
Magic
little
word.
eyes. They fluttered. Oh my god!
John,
Hey,
was
I want to
reading-
know about for the Capcom legacies. Can we expect the same quality level of the marquee that we got with Midway? Because y'all hit it out of the park.
you know.
I mean, the
Okay,
contrast.
so I
between
don't
them
have one in hand,
is amazing.
right? But knowing from how our production works,
Yeah.
don't quote me on this. You can kill me if it's not. I would assume that
Yeah.
marquee is just as good as MK30. But again, I haven't seen it.
That
but
because
I would
that's one
assume.
item. It was shocking the contrast. It was so much better.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think we started that out with the Big Blue, and then it went into Terminator 2, and then MK30. So it makes sense. Again, don't quote me because I don't have it, but I think those marquees for the Capcom Legacy will be the same.
I have a question. I saw something that GVO said earlier in the chat, and he asked about the Capcom Legacy cabinet. The layout's normal, but in the future, he's wondering if it's going to have the Japanese style, like Vulix layout for the controls. So, like, the stagger.
Well, with the extra 2 buttons?
No. The stagger. See how like this is
Yeah.
staggered.
So yeah, but there's also extra 2 buttons in
Well, yeah.
Vulix.
The stagger
Well, you
6,
can-
not
you can-
stagger
I
8.
mean, like this, where
Yeah,
those
you
were
can-
made for small hands. So we'll see.
Well, I got big hands, so that ain't for me. But I'll figure that out.
trying to say.
Honestly, that's history.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you all. I'm going to get through some of these quick super chats just to kind of close out the show really quickly. Just between us, it says, what will you guys be picking up? I think that's a trick question, but will each
Cabinets.
of you on the stream be buying something at this event yourselves?
No, I'm going to save it for the community because I care more about the
There
community
you
than
go.
myself.
I
Here
don't.
you go, 19.
I'm buying.
You're absolutely right. And community starts in my
One for
class.
everyone.
So,
Liv,
yeah.
are you starting your Arcade1Up collection after this event?
For sure.
Yeah. How's that employee discount at Arcade
We
1Up?
don't got none. That's one thing. We don't got an employee discount. It's hard
He's
to
like, we got
get
good
that.
health, we got good dental, we don't have any
play
good
it.
discounts.
John D told me that he doesn't buy
Look
any
it up.
games until he gets to
What's
the
an employee
office.
discount, Scott? I want more cabs.
I know.
want that one.
I know. Drop in the chat what my first Arcade 1Up cab should be.
Yeah, let
Catalina
Liv
wine
know.
mixer should be your first.
Oh,
The
man,
Defender
that's-
Partycade. The
What'd you say?
Catalina wine
Defender.
mixer.
Catalina
Party
wine
game,
mixer.
It should be Frogger. I'm gonna send you a Frogger.
No,
if you like it,
you'll love it.
Very good.
I'll send you a Frogger, Liv. Don't trip.
I'm sure you got plenty of
But
them.
John D, is this the apocalypse? Are you cleaning house so you can cash up and stock up and hide out in the Arcade 1Up bunkers? Is this to sell as much product? I think he's just making a.
He's
Oh,
just
so,
making room.
part of it is
Goofy
sample
Foot always
sale,
makes
for
jokes.
sure, right?
Mhm.
And we've got to make room for new products. So
New
at least
stuff. That's what you should be excited about.
Yes.
Hey, you know
And
what,
new
Stringer
shit.
Films? I'm gonna give a little teaser. There is one cabinet there
That is
not
waterproof.
Okay, there is one cabinet. No, let me
I knew it.
let
knew it.
me say this, and I'll give it to you.
I knew it.
It's funny that he mentions that. There is a cabinet that wasn't waterproof that kind of sank a little bit in
Oh,
that
yeah.
freighter, and then we're selling it as is. So we're gonna have a few of them there, and if it don't work, too bad.
Wait,
He
what?
said too bad.
He said too
How you
bad.
gonna say too
Don't
bad?
work too bad.
That's
don't put it
only
like
on
that.
site, right?
That's
Not
only
online.
No, this is
Yeah.
only
Okay, all right.
That was it.
all right.
That was it. We plugging this
Yeah.
bitch in right now. We plugging this in right now. I gotta see it turn on before I give you my money.
That's
Nope.
funny.
Gotta
If
freeze
he's
it.
gonna sell you a box, the box is water damaged.
No, it's water treated.
It's the box right
Teasing.
now.
It's
Yo, can we
it's
talk- can we
infused
just
with
talk-
seawater.
Bro, all the stuff we've been hearing like that, it's as is. It's sinking.
There's only
it's return,
one.
stuff like that.
There's
Can you
only
guys
one
just
of
spell out
those.
that-
It's funny.
Only
Like
one.
I wanted to sell it just because I wanted to troll people. I was
He's
like,
almost
"Buy this."
giving them away too, but
Yeah.
we're like, no, don't
Yeah.
do it online.
Let's
No,
be
there's
clear.
no
Let's
way.
be clear here, guys. The risk is worth the reward with this one. So
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
I mean, I would say if the monitor works, you're good. I mean, you're
Yeah,
quit.
it's
on
got
this
BOE in it, so you're good.
It's definitely got BOE in it. I think
see?
people will buy it.
If that's your selling point,
BOE monitor. That's
Legit.
just
For the monitor, yeah.
legit, that's your selling point right there. Look, for everybody
All right.
listening on about a monitor, dude.
Tell
there
me
you
the
go.
last letter.
Monitor.
Yeah,
The last letter
I
in,
should have
in
just
this
said
product.
BOE sale.
Yeah, that's
BOE
like, it's just a
like that.
BOE sale. There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get ready for the
BOE sale.
future. There you go.
If the chipset works, whatever.
Yeah, it'll be good for parts. Console
It'll be
Fanboy asked
good
about
for parts.
Hadouken release date same as Yoga Flame. I saw an 8/15 date, and then the website said July
Late July,
ship date
yeah.
for Yoga Flame.
I
Same
don't know.
time?
Ish.
I don't know.
Alright.
It's hard to say.
Hard to say. Ish. Okay, very cool. P-Dub's Arcade Loft this year. He says, sign the Qbert petition, please. I think that started about a week ago when we started talking about random Qbert stuff. A week ago, John. What do you
many
think
do
about
we
the
need?
movement on a petition being signed now for Qbert?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love community engagement. The
Mhm.
petition worked to get a Dragon's Lair greenlit. So just because there's no real financial commitment, it is great data. So if you really want this cabinet that I have a little bit of nostalgia in,
Let me ask you
Go
this:
ahead.
with Dragon's Lair, are you happy with how it turned out? 'Cause
Yes,
it seems
I-
like
I
a
am
lot of
good.
people are really loving that cabinet.
we are loving it to the fact that there are super hardcore Dragon's Lair fans that
Coming out
are
the
like
woodwork.
counting frames. They're
That was
saying,
so
like, they're-
cool. Your post, the
counting
post that you
frames.
reposted.
Yeah. I mean, look, that's what we love though, because everyone wants this. They've been waiting for a couple years for this to release. Hardcore Dragon's Lair fans, they're nitpicking this. They're saying it's off on this desync for 3 to 9 to 12 frames and everything. We love it. I said, go ahead and do the work, and let us know. But I think it was a labor of love. We took our time on it. I think it's a great showcase piece. I think it's one of my not one of my. It's my favorite cab in terms of
Wow.
the look and design
Yeah.
and the emulation. And because let me say this one time, if there is some audio sync delays, which could be different from, say, the iArcade and the Steam version, the console version, and the Replicate version. It's really because that we've, for the first time, used the high-res 4:3 assets that console kits will tell you. When you use higher and, really high memory assets, it bogs down, the hardware. But I think we got it very close. So I'm glad to see people doing comparison. Kong, I'm counting on you to do a comparison on iArcade version versus our version. And everyone who has a arcade version, I'd like to see those comparisons, because
that's what I like to see.
Our team really spent a lot of time to make sure this happened. We know there are some issues out there, and we're evaluating them and all that. But yeah, overall, we're very happy with it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to let you off here, but this is pretty common when taking old footage and then doing it upgraded. For horror movie fans, you might remember a couple of years ago, Scream Factory re-released the Halloween movies, and Halloween 4 had the same issue where the audio sync goes out at some places. So this is not an uncommon issue. I'm not trying to let you off, but this stuff happens when you're doing exactly what you did.
I think UAG made a great point with OTG, I think last night, is when you have a director's vision, right? You have a cinematographer, right? They want to put everything in full frame. When you get into like the TV versions where they had to make sure it was altered, for the TV, and a lot of that times console kits will tell you it's pan and scan. They'll chop it off.
Multiplicity, horrible.
Right.
The worst movie ever, pan and scan.
Exactly.
Michael Keaton's on screen.
Everything looks zoomed in, zoom out. Even if you have a 19-inch screen, I mean, it'll show you how much more that game is zoomed in. A lot of one version I know of took the pan and scan and also chopped it off to the sides and just really, made it like this. But that's not the director's vision. So I'm glad that and I think that's what technically took a long time, because this was the first time through Daphne Singe that you were using actually the original 4:3 HD assets that were taken from the film transfers at 23.976 frames per second, to actually reproduce this. And so we're really happy that at least visually we have the best version out. And if you compare visually from the transfers that you had at the 480p or I version on the Laserdisc, and you show those same transfers on our, I think it's 900 or so, I forget what.
960.
960, right? You'll see that, it's much cleaner, but you'll still see the film grain. You'll still see all that, but you have the full information. I think it's akin to more of closer to the IMAX resolution, in the fact that it's like 4:3 and HD. Console kits, you can chime in on this. I
will say one thing. 4:3 is technically a part of HDMI or HD spec, and 960p is a part of HD. By 4:3 is HD spec. So when he says HD, it's truly HD. Technically, all Arcade1Up cabinets are HD because they're above that 720p. So it's an accurate statement to say that. I think the other thing I want to say is there's other people in the community. There's this home arcade community spans more than Arcade1Up, and there's some people that are defending iArcade, and I think I'm going to speak for John here, because I think maybe he doesn't want to say it, but. Look, Arcade1Up had to come out with something just different. You know what I mean? It only has 3 games in it. It's not online. It doesn't have those features. If you love your iArcade version, which also has Dragon's Lair, awesome. Great. You don't have to defend the iArcade that it's better or worse. It's just Arcade1Up decided to go slightly different because, they wanted to make their cab, which only has 3 games on it. It's not online. It doesn't have the ability to download more games, but it does have this really cool digital remaster that's 4:3. And so they spent a little bit extra time working with Digital Leisure to get that part right, because it's something that they can offer to the community that's different. And there's a lot of people that also waited for Arcade1Up's version, because Arcade1Up said they were going to come out with it a long time ago. So they're going to hold on to it. So they had to make it special.
Yeah, and look, some people are saying, IMAX. No, we're talking about the aspect ratio and resolution. Yeah, of course it's not 30 feet high by 30 feet.
It's not 4K or anything like that.
That's not what we're saying. We're saying in terms of the aspect ratio and being able to show full information at a higher res than 480i a 480p. That's why it's more akin to that aspect ratio.
It's a good analogy. If you don't know, Disney Plus offers a whole bunch of IMAX
Yes.
content for their movies.
Right.
And by default, it was decided at Disney Plus to make IMAX the default resolution. It's actually very close to 16:9. A lot of people don't know that. It's very close to it, but you'll see black bars. But what I think John is trying to say is when you go when they filmed those, they filmed them for IMAX.
Right.
They filmed the Marvel movies for IMAX. And when you saw it in a non-IMAX theater, it was cropped.
Things are cut off. The director has a vision.
That's
for
right.
You. Everything that's in that
what
frame
John's talking about.
is what the director wanted you to see. Therefore, changing that is not giving the true respect to the artist. And I'm not saying again the game is not going to play any differently, but like I was talking about the Street Fighter animated movie, and when it's cropped, you don't see Akuma. That's a huge Easter egg. Imagine not seeing that. You know what I'm saying? So
all this means is that we have to take a shot at the brewery because Justin got to talk about aspect ratio.
That's right.
Yeah, see, I set him up.
Yeah, that's all we all need. The game is on Justin's stream. Every time he talks about aspect ratio, everybody takes a shot at the brewery. So that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
double.
I want to do some rapid fire questions just here really quickly.
Before you start that, can I ask something real quick?
Yep, go ahead.
John, since you're here, let me ask something so we can crush this thing. I know everybody's signing in to change.org for Qbert, right? If there's enough signatures, is there a potential to maybe get that, instead of you guys putting in production, maybe a Kickstarter for it? Maybe to open up a Kickstarter for it?
I can't speak for our marketing team, but I can say that if there's enough signatures, it shows interest, and it's possible. Anything's possible.
So I got a crazy idea. If you had somebody with some experience doing some kind of like special order system, and then you came out with like a limited reserve type brand that you do a special 80s cab once a year, maybe that's something you could do.
Maybe twice.
Yeah, man. That's yeah. I mean,
really go all out with it.
We got a lot of Qbert fans in here. We got 500 signatures on the Qbert petition already in just about 3 different, I think
that's pretty dope.
3-4 days.
3 days.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's
So,
pretty
Hobby
awesome.
Hands,
I know that's like 5 of them are Zohar signatures though. Like those are
so 6 times that will be the 3,000 mark that you were talking about, right? So that could be a potential goal. So if you already got to 500, maybe you can get there. A couple of different questions about, I think when we were talking about legacy cabs, do you know the BOE screens or the screens of the Hadouken and Yoga Flame, or is that not confirmed yet? Do you know what's going to be in there?
I've got to check.
Okay.
But I would assume that is the same screens as MK30. I could be wrong.
Okay.
But yeah, I got to check.
Somebody also asked about the game list being slightly different on both. Are they the same or are they different?
It's the same game list between Yoga Flame and Hadouken, but different from Big Blue, which this version of the Capcom Legacy has, I think, 8 new games.
Okay. All right. So we'll double check that which one is the right one. It says
Can I ask one question for John? Listen, I saw the trailer for the Pac-Man 40th, right? And they showed the screen, and that screen looked really crisp. Really crisp. I'm wondering if that is a BOE.
I didn't talk about that. I probably should put that up, right?
The new 40th Legacy.
Here's what I think happened.
Yes, that screen looks real crisp.
It is.
Look, it's hard to tell on a render. Sometimes
that don't look like a render, bro.
It's not a render, dude. That's in person.
I don't know.
That looks sexy. I'm telling you, I was looking at it.
I know the answer.
I don't know exactly what component is in that 40th. So I'm
going to speak for John here. I'm going to pretend like I work for Arcade1Up, and you're going to believe it. The new Pac-Man is made from the same design as the original Pac-Man. We did at Arcade1Up. We did not spend the time to refactor the design for 5x4. We were able to find a couple more 4x3s. And we just threw it in the new Ms. Pac-Man. At least we did that for
That's
the
what
photo
I was
shoot.
thinking.
I don't know.
I
don't want to set up people's expectations that they think they have one monitor or another. I don't want to do that.
And then on Yoga Flame, we watched Justin's video where he dissect the monitor, and we hated that. So in the Yoga Flame video, we purposely edited out all the scenes where we showed the monitor, so that he couldn't make that video.
Wow.
Once again, not an Arcade1Up employee. No.
Right.
But I'm pretending like I am.
But you can get a BOE monitor and other things this Saturday if you participate in the stream.
There's gonna be a tons of them. Tons.
It's a
So
BOE sample sale.
Hell yeah, that's what you just name it. Just name it BOE sale, dude. I'm telling you right now.
It's a good theory. We like to do a lot of theory stuff here, Liv. This is what our content all does. We just speculate all day, every day, thinking about every single thing that we can about this company. So hopefully you've enjoyed some of the craziness that happens here, Liv. Any other thoughts that you want to just comment on anything that we talked about the last 20 minutes?
No,
or so?
I think I learned a lot. I'm so happy I stuck around. I truly learned a lot.
Yeah.
So Liv, these guys like to talk and say things like, hey, you know, this cabinet's gonna come out of this event. You take it with a grain of salt, but you know, they're all cool guys and they all love the product. And although they may be super critical, they have to be in order for us to change.
Constructive criticism. Constructive criticism.
Fair criticism is great.
I don't speculate.
And did we say anything negative about the Dragon's Lair? Like, we're fair, right?
We're fair. And that's one thing I want to tell to everybody. I think our fans are no different than any hardcore fans. Like, you know, I follow the Star Wars fandom for years, and they talk smack.
They are.
This
Yeah, we do.
and that. But when Mandalorian comes out,
I lived it. The
Liv,
fans.
what's the worst fan story you've had working at Hasbro? Can you say now that you're on the other side?
I have so many friends still there. I have so many friends, but
Okay, they don't watch our channel, so
they're
So tonight
wild.
will be
I'll
the
say,
worst.
you know what? I'll say the Star Wars fans are some of the meanest that I've ever met.
It's some high touch.
okay. Well, Liv, I'll let you into a little thing. Our fans are just as passionate, and they will nitpick. They'll do everything, but they're fair many times.
We like a
And-
fair fan. We like a fair
And
fan.
but like Star
us
Wars
know.
fans, people, if you watched Star Wars fans pre-Mandalorian, they were thinking that Star Wars is crap. They were rooting for great content, and once they were given great content, they advocated like anything. Mandalorian, you know, even Kenobi, which I love.
Oh,
But
man,
I
so
want to
good.
make that analogy for everyone that we're not perfect. We make mistakes, and our fans will let us hear it. But when something good happens, like a Dragon's Lair and a Star Wars, you know, and a Tron and everything else, they let us hear the same thing as well. So I don't think it's any different from any hardcore fans. I think
That's
we're
right.
just as passionate.
Yeah, John, you were not supposed to make a cabinet where on the control deck there was a 2mm trim on the side. You'd rest your hand to play the game, and all of us old guys would get these cramps. But then
Creases,
you
right?
corrected
On the
it.
Justin,
on
it's a
the
game
hand.
of millimeters, buddy.
But
Yeah.
the new midway, right? It's like 1mm. And it's like you'd barely even
And it's
notice.
better.
it.
You barely
Fixed it.
feel it.
So I do have a question I'd like to ask John, and you know, if you can answer this, it'd be appreciated. Will Shaq be at the event?
Nah, I
No
think
NFL Blitz, guys. It's not happening.
it's a
Yeah,
secret. His
he's
channel will be there. On
Shaq
the
told us
cabinet.
he's in Atlanta. He would have loved to make it through. I'm hoping we have an Excel cabinet there for people to play.
That'd
I'm
be
working
cool.
on that. But yeah,
But you don't get Shaq, but you get John D, B, and I. I mean,
You
I
get-
don't know.
Yeah,
there you go. That's
there you
fair
go.
us
trade-off.
three.
Definitely
If you
win.
put us
Yeah.
on top of each other, we equal a Shaq.
That'll be one of the games. Can we stack Tamika?
Yeah.
Stack to be Shaq. There it is. Clay
Yes,
Roy
I did
asked
say
about-
Kenobi is good because I love Kenobi. If you don't like Kenobi, I don't know. You're too hard
Get
of
out.
a-
Fighting words. All right, about
Oh, no.
invoicing. Will all the cabs be on one invoice when for the online sales? Right.
That's
Will
what
we
we're
do one-
trying. That's what
Okay.
we're trying. And I
Aiming
can't
for it.
promise that, but it's just a matter of logistics. Can we collate everything with all the data that we have and do one invoice? It may or may not, but we're trying. We'll figure it out. By Saturday, you'll know.
Yeah, everything sounds good. Well, this was an amazing stream to go over exactly what to expect this Saturday, July 9th, Smog City Brewery. If you didn't catch it, rewatch it because we went over a lot of information. Know what to expect. We might be doing a couple more, just informational things to share out between now and Saturday. But if not, I'm going to share one final time the schedule that you're going to be tuning into. It is a all-day stream from 12 p.m. Pacific to 8 p.m. on various content creators. Starting at 12 p.m. Pacific here on Kongs R Us, we'll be doing a kickoff event 1 p.m. Your Average Gamer, 2 p.m. Console Kits, 3 p.m. Micah Ball Trades, 4 p.m. Mike of Some Trades, aka Michael B. the Game Dreamy.
Moist.
And then Moist.
Moist.
6 p.m. 19K Fox, and then we're gonna round out the day back on my channel again, just to celebrate this amazing community event. We couldn't have done it without you, the community that's watching. Thank you all for your participation. The chats were fire, the questions were fire. You'll be able to connect with John and Liv and myself and Nicole and a couple of the logistics guys from Arcade1Up. It's gonna be fun. I have a few volunteers already scheduled to be there. I can't wait for Saturday. John, any final thoughts and words you want to say? I think this is your final stop on tour this week.
Let's do final thoughts.
Okay.
Wow.
July 9th, 2022. Aspect ratios have nothing to do with the size of the screen. Kenobi. If you hate Kenobi, you're a Star Wars hater. Liv. She likes LA Dodgers and the Lakers. I hate them. UAG thinks he has the best.
I do.
You may have. Michael B watches Westworld. He doesn't understand it either. Moat. Bullet Club, baby. And 19K Fox. Just because he's fine doesn't mean he can be late to a stream by 30 minutes.
It was 20.
And Console Kits, after I say what's up to B Kong and thank you for everything, can you take us away with a little riff?
Ooh,
All right. Take us out, Console Kids.
another riff. What?
Yeah, do you
Whatever
know
you
it?
want, man.
Do you know any
Totally
Corey
unprepared
Hurt?
for this right now. I don't know.
I don't know. I wasn't prepared for this.
I have
Do you
no
know any
idea.
Corey Hurt?
I heard closing
Guitar
time
comes out of
is
nowhere.
is
What?
a good one.
Come on, anything you want.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Go, go.
Good.
All right, let's give them a quick minute to think about that. There it
I
is.
don't know what key I'm.
Michael B, final words.
Gotta do the Axel shuffle.
Oh,
UAG,
man.
having a good time.
Yeah, baby. Always.
Yeah, you're
Whatever.
like-
I'm gonna get you, B-Kong. I'm gonna get you demonetized. Sorry.
It's all good.
That's okay.
It doesn't matter. Mike, any
Closing
final
time. How about closing time?
Yeah.
He knows that one.
Closing
that's
time.
That's a special one.
Na, na,
Yeah.
na, na, na.
I know.
Really, John.
Liv, can you take us out and tell us again that we're all crazy and that
Okay.
we need to be there on
Okay,
on
but
Saturday?
shout out. Yeah, be there on Saturday and shout out to Console Fanboy. I'm a dog person. I gotta put it out there, Console Fanboy.
You have just made
There you
a
go.
Give
You
him
just made the
material.
biggest mistake of your life.
All
Oh
right.
yeah, you're gonna meet another employee of ours coming from the East Coast. Her name is Nicole. She'll be helping out. You're gonna love her, I guarantee.
Yeah, there it is. We need some tracksuits. We need some merch. We're going to have a good time on Saturday, July 9th. I can't wait to party with everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody, for showing up.
Closing?
See you
No
later.
closing time?
No,
No,
closing
just
time.
warm
We
it up
gotta
right
get
now.
out.
A little bit.
No, I want to take me home. Take me home.
Take me home.
Oh, wait, song one. All right, I'm out. See you guys.
Serena